The final encoding. For over 1,000 years, the Star Watchers of Tartaria had preserved impossible knowledge. Ancient astronomical charts showed the location of 9 worlds circling our sun, including a distant ice planet that wouldn't be discovered by Western science until 1930. Thirsty for blood, the Mongol war machine under Genghis Khan was unstoppable destruction. These were not builders or scholars. They were conquerors who burned libraries, slaughtered astronomers, and reduced the great centers of Tartarian learning to ash and bone. But something remarkable happened to the conquerors. The Turco-Mongols who emerged from this chaos were different. They were builders, not destroyers. They absorbed Turkic traditions of craftsmanship, astronomy, and even sound healing practices that would later echo in Sufi dervish ceremonies. The Tatars had developed sophisticated sound healing traditions, using music and frequency for medical treatment. This knowledge survived in Turkish dervish practices and continues today in Azerbaijani research into therapeutic music. Their libraries contained not just star maps, but the science of sound itself. Converting to Islam provided the perfect camouflage for the forbidden knowledge awaiting erasure. Tartarian astronomical data could be hidden within Islamic geometric patterns. Star maps could masquerade as religious decoration. Ancient wisdom could survive disguised as devotional art. Master craftsman Haji Mehmed bin Abdulaziz received the most precious commission of his life. Sultan Bayezid wanted a minbar for his new great mosque in Bursa. But Haji Mehmed was one of the last masters trained in the ancient Tartarian ways. The same Tartarian libraries that preserved astronomical knowledge also contained Piri Reis's source material. Ancient maps showing land masses under Antarctic ice sheets, coastlines that wouldn't be mapped by modern science until the 20th century. The knowledge was connected. As he worked, desperate news arrived from the north. Russian expansion was completing what the bloodthirsty hordes had started. The last Tartarian cities were falling. Their libraries burned, their craftsmen subjugated, their people scattered. The 1,000-year tradition of sky knowledge was ending forever. Haji Mehmed faced an impossible challenge. How do you encode the precise distances of 9 celestial bodies in the tiny triangular space of a mosque pulpit? The sun alone, if shown to scale, would consume the entire surface. The answer lay in the Kundekari technique itself, the ancient Tartarian method of interlocking wood without nails. The planets would be sized to be visible, but their distances would be encoded with mathematical precision in the spacing between carved elements. On the eastern face, 9 spherical motifs surrounded a central sun. To casual observers, traditional Islamic decoration. To those who understood the code, a complete map of our solar system, including that impossible 9th world on its separate orbital plane. The western face posed an even greater challenge: how to represent the vast spiral structure of the Milky Way, or as the ancients referred to it, as the Hay Road. Using mother-of-pearl inlays in 5 colors, abstract patterns that appeared as conventional arabesques actually encoded the architecture of our galaxy. When installed in the Ulu Cami in 1400, the minbar appeared to be exactly what it claimed: magnificent Islamic decorative art. The worshippers saw only religious patterns. The astronomical legacy of Tartaria slept in walnut wood, waiting to be rediscovered. By 1400, Tartaria was gone, not conquered, erased. Russian expansion had systematically destroyed the star knowledge that was too dangerous to survive. Maps showing lands that didn't officially exist. Astronomical calculations that revealed celestial mechanics centuries too early. Take a breath. Feel the 580 years of silence. Worshippers praying in the mosque over different historical periods. The clothing styles changing. Then in 1980, retired science teacher Feyzi Ülgü spent an entire day examining the minbar. His art teacher had told him, if there's no symmetry in decorations, there must be a message. He saw what 5 centuries of scholars had missed. The asymmetrical patterns weren't decorative irregularities, they were positional data. A complete solar system, including Pluto, mapped 531 years before its official discovery, the same source that had guided Piri Reis's impossible maps of Antarctica. The Ulu Jami minbar wasn't just medieval Islamic art, it was the final masterpiece of a lost civilization, the last encoding of astronomical knowledge by masters who understood they were preserving the ultimate legacy of their vanished people. In the end, the builders of Tartaria achieved immortality that no conqueror could destroy. They became the hidden foundation of the very civilizations that had erased them from history. Their knowledge lived on in the mathematics of wooden joints, in the careful spacing of decorative motifs. The Kundekari technique didn't die with Haji Mehmed, and his great secret survived systematic erasure. Sometimes the most extraordinary discoveries hide in the most ordinary places. The last masterpiece of Tartaria kept its astronomical secrets for 6 centuries, encoded in patterns too beautiful to destroy.